Hi everyone and welcome to a new and pretty unique video for the channel. It is currently Sunday the 31st of July 2022 and tomorrow I set off on my long planned trip to Florida, but it does come with a perk for the channel as I can go to Orlando City versus New England Revolution in the MLS next Saturday evening, which will be the 6th of August. In this video I'll be doing a full review of my overall experience at the match and hopefully I can shine a good light on the MLS as I really do think it has a lot to offer. As well in this video I'll be showing you a few glimpses of what I get up to in the days leading up to the game. So without further ado, let's get into this. In May, the channel became international. Now it's becoming multi-continental. So let's get down to London and I'll see you tomorrow at Heathrow Airport. So it's flight day. I'm currently sat here in Heathrow Airport. The way my flights are going to run today is Heathrow to Miami, then the short trip from Miami to Orlando. So let's get into this. So just in Miami Airport, waiting for my connection. It seems my rancid luck with travel isn't just limited to trains. So what happened is we were a bit delayed getting out of Heathrow because of a catering issue or something like that, which meant the flight had to leave that bit later. But what it did mean is when we got to Miami, it took forever to get through customs at no priority for people making connecting flights or anything whatsoever, so that took forever. Then we were sent here, there and everywhere trying to find where the actual place was to go, and by the time we'd actually reached the proper desk that we were meant to be at, we were told that there was no way of getting to the connecting flight, and now we are on a standby for a flight that leaves at 10:45 I believe, obviously US time. But failing to get that, then we're going to have to wait until basically 6 o'clock tomorrow morning to get one. Had a hotel booked and everything. Absolute nightmare this. Never have any luck with travel, do I? So update, we have been here basically all through the night. It is currently 6:10 in the morning, and the good news is in about 10 minutes or so we'll finally be boarding a plane to Orlando. I just went out of this godforsaken airport now. It's basically Lancaster services times 10 this. So after all the major hassle, finally in Orlando and on a bus, just about to go to our hotel. Feel mightily relieved. I smell, I need a shave. I'm tired. Like, finally we can bring all that to an end. So finally in the hotel room and finally clean and with fresh clothes on, which I'm not gonna lie feels pretty epic just now, and something that I'd normally take for granted, but today I'm most definitely not. But anyway, I'll speak to you again on Saturday, which will be the day of the game. But in the meantime, here's a few glimpses of what I'm going to be getting up to between now and then. It is match day, ladies and gentlemen. Really buzzing for this tonight. So just in Orlando now, heading down to the stadium, and it seems that I've brought the rain over from Northallerton last weekend with me. But anyway, Orlando City are currently 5th as I speak in the MLS Eastern Conference, while New England Revolution are 12th. Although if the Rev win this game tonight, then they will go above Orlando City in the table. They'll be level on points, but with a better goal difference, and the Rev will have a game in hand. I really hope that this video can shine the MLS in a good light, because before I had my channel back in 2018, I actually did come over for a couple of games over here. I went to New York City FC against Orlando City, as it happens. Then a week later I was at LA Galaxy versus Real Salt Lake, and I really enjoyed both games and both the experience both times. I mean, there's this thing back in England that MLS fans are cringy and stuff like that. I mean there is a huge difference in the culture that's hard to ignore, but we've got to remember this is a country that football as we know it in the UK isn't the main sport. But the people that are into it like absolutely love it, and from what I've seen of Orlando City, like the fans do create a really good atmosphere. I'm going to be in the section behind the goal with those fans that wave for flags and things like that. If you are an American watching this, hello, welcome to my channel. So yeah, I have to say I'm really looking forward to this night. I have been since I found out that this game was going to be taking place while I was out here, and hopefully what happens on the pitch as well as off it will be a good advert for the MLS. Let's head to the Exploria Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. Here we are then. How about that for a new one off the list? So one thing that the MLS does have over English football is that you can take your tinnies out and into the stand with you, and as well I've got myself a Pizza Hut pepperoni pizza. So yeah, I have to say I'm really impressed with the overall setup here so far. Really excited to get into the ground and to see the stadium in full. What a gaff this is. So Orlando City are coming out onto the pitch to warm up, and in the distance over there you have the New England Revolution. I imagine Orlando are going to be in their traditional all purple tonight. Here come the teams. obviously before every MLS game they do a national anthem. As you'll know, in England it's only really a thing for cup finals and things like that, whereas before club games in Scotland, like, they don't really do it at all, not even for the cup finals. Anyway, on to the match. Amra, soy sauce. Put them wide open. Oh, what save! What save! Oh, it's off the line. That's what Orlando needs to be doing, like. They've faffed on far too much in these early stages. They need to start being effective now. Oh. Half time, Orlando City 0, New England Revolution 1. Orlando faffed on far too much, and it was basically as a result of all that faffing that led to the Rev goal. I mean, maybe in a way that going behind is in some ways maybe what Orlando needed, because since then they seem to have woken up that bit more. I mean, I don't know what the game plan was, whether it was to knock it about a bit, try and weigh the Rev down, but at the start it looks like the Rev were quite happy to just let them have the ball, and just see if they could hit them when they could, and that is what's happened. But Orlando need to be more creative here. They're going to have to up the tempo, up the urgency, or I mean, because this game's not lost for them by any means. They've had the majority of the possession as you'd expect, but just need to start doing something with it now. Long way back for Orlando now. I mean, there's still time, but fact is, Revolution have been effective and Orlando haven't. Oh, chance! Oh no! It's just been that sort of night for them. He looks for all the worlds if he's burying that, but he didn't. What's chance? Oh no! Well, that's game over now. 6 minutes of added time at the end of this game. I mean, the game's completely dusted, but there you go. Irrespective of anything, this crowd tonight have just kept going and going and going. You can say whatever you like about the MLS, make of the chance what you will, but you've got to respect this. Like, they've been absolutely torn apart tonight, like completely toothless going forward. Been embarrassed really on the pitch, but this lot have been a real credit to the game over here. Good save, that would have been unbelievable. unbelievable goal if that had gone in. Full-time Orlando City 0, New England Revolution 3. It is the morning after the night before, and it was ruthlessness versus toothlessness. That's the best way you can describe that. The Rev had four good chances at best all game and took 3 of them. As for Orlando, like some of the ones they missed, like really they've got to be putting the ball at a bare minimum, forcing a goalkeeper into a save, and that's probably their problem at the minute. Like, I just think they looked really devoid of an out-and-out striker, really. I mean, when it was, I think, 2-0, they had two really good chances. The one where they've hit the post, and the other where the lad's gone up for a header, but it's gone wide. I mean, both of them, bare minimum, you've got to be, as I said, testing the goalkeeper. I mean, I think the Rev keeper had to make one save all night, and there was another that was cleared off the line. So just goes to show where Orlando do need to improve. I mean, the Rev, like, the style of play isn't anything spectacular, but last night it didn't really need to be. But you've got to give them the credit they do deserve, because they did the job. But I mean, despite like the fact that their team, like, maybe in some ways let them down on the pitch, like the same can't be said about the supporters. I thought the fans there last night were brilliant. I mean, it was a totally different atmosphere to what I'm used to. Even like with 2 games I've previously been to over here, I've not really experienced anything like that. Obviously, you had like, it was quite musical, actually, wasn't it? Like, at first I thought they'd left some sort of radio on for the sound and stuff like that, but it was just that many instruments and stuff like that. It was it was certainly unique, and I think like whatever you think of the chants and things like that, like the fans over here are doing it their way and are sticking to their guns with it. So you've got to really commend them for that. I'm like, obviously I think it'll be quite a long while before I see a game in America again, but I do really want to see some more. Like, I want to go visit some more stadiums, you know, the likes of Atlanta, Portland, even if I'm ever up in Boston at any point, like, I'd be sure to go and watch the Rev play. So I really do think this country has a lot to offer with its football, and I honestly think, like, it's one of them, like, I sort of say the same thing with basically every league that is in England, really. Like, don't judge it properly until you've actually experienced it. Like, I've said it numerous times with Scottish football, with I think with Dutch football and German football and things like that. Like, until you've actually been out and experienced a match, you can't make a full justified assessment. Yes, you can judge the football you see on your screen, but I think when you go into a match, like the experience in the stands is just as key as what you see on a pitch. But yeah, anyway, that is that for this video, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks' time with the result of August Golden Month, by which point I should know exactly where I'm going to be heading on Saturday the 20th of August, which will be my next match. But until all that, take care. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my holiday now, and I will see you later.